Man, there is nothing on TV. We need to find something inspirational to watch. This is the time of the year, man. And this looks good. Inspiration.
Okay, yeah. So I've been blessed to do some missions work in Honduras and Tanzania, and there was one Christmas where we were actually in Honduras.
Wow.
Our trip worked out that way, and we were at an orphanage there, just ministering to kids and loving on kids and stuff. And so that, I would have to say, was my most memorable trip, because it was actually after we had just lost our dad. We had lost him that November, and we went on that trip in December. And so there was so much healing that took place, so many beautiful memories, and also just seeing how another culture celebrates Christmas was really memorable for me. And so I'll probably never forget that one.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. And Whitney?
Yeah, I think really I think for Christmas, one of my favorite memories is just that, because our mom always does a great job putting Christmas together and making it special. And on her side of the family, for years, we would go to the hospital and Christmas carol up and down the halls back when you could do stuff like that. And we'd go on each floor and just sing Christmas carols, because our whole family sings, cousins and aunts and uncles. And so I know you just asked me for a Christmas Day memory, but I think honestly, that's my favorite Christmas memory, just being able to walk around and sing to people who couldn't be home for Christmas and who were sick, and they'd call us into their rooms to sing to them and pray. And pray. And it was just it's a really neat memory I cherish.
Wow, my most memorable Christmas has to be when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I wanted a bike for Christmas. And my uncle, unbeknownst to me and my brother at the time, he would come dressed up as Santa Claus. He would come to our apartment and he would come and drop all our gifts off. We would leave cookies and milk for him at the Christmas tree. And I never knew it was my uncle until I got older, y'all. So I, later on, of course, realized that Santa wasn't real. And my brother and I then realized our gifts were coming from our parents. But that had to be my most memorable Christmas, was when I got my bike. It was purple. And it was so cute. And to this day, I miss my purple bike. So that was my most memorable Christmas.
What's up, everybody? It is your sis and your friend CrystalWhittaker of the Morning Jam podcast. My most memorable Christmas was when I can remember me and my baby sister Grace and my sister above me, Marquita. Mine, let me tell you, I'm number 11 out of 12 siblings. So I remember when we were looking actually outside and it was no snow on the ground at all. And we were like, Lord, just please let it snow. Please let it snow. And of course, we had snow to really have, focus our attention of Christmas, to make it feel like Christmas. Of course, with 12 children back in the 80s, 90s, and 70s and all that, you really don't have that much growing up. But it was the moment that we woke up that morning and it was full of snow out on the ground and on the cars, and we were so excited, and it was just a memorable thing for us. And we were like, you know what, we're gonna pray to God that we get some more toys next year. It was like a favorite part of my life that me and my baby sister and my one of my oldest sisters just could always remember and look back on and just say, hey, it was a great time. It was our family was together. It was friends that came over. Mine, let me tell you, it was my parents. We had a big family, but our family extended outside of our home. And my mom would always have different ones come over. She would cook extra food for the ones that come over. And it was an amazing memorable of us and me and my sisters being together. So that was one of my favorite memorable Christmas of having me and my sisters being together, because, it was just us three at that time left in home. But it was just a really great time for us just to be able to wish upon a thing together. You wish upon things separately. You want them to happen in your life as a child. And it was something that we did together. So that was my most memorable moment in Christmas, of me and my sisters just doing it all big together. It wasn't even about the Christmas presents. It wasn't about, just having that little, because we had little, but it was a great little, and we definitely appreciate it. So again, thanks Mom, thanks Dad and thank you God for that snow, because we were definitely praying. So that was my most memorable Christmas.
Well, my most memorable Christmas is probably in church, celebrating with my mom and my dad and all my siblings, where we all got a chance to actually come together, because a lot of us are separated right now, being older, and all of us live in different countries. So one of my most memorable Christmas is probably about 3 years ago, when everybody got a chance to come home, because it's 11 of us, and it was very rarely that we got a chance for everybody to be in the house at the same time. So that was a blessing to see everybody. Plus it made my mom extra glad to see all of her kids, and she was very happy to do that. And she actually cried a little bit because everybody was actually there at the same time to see her. So that was my best memorable Christmas to me, was seeing my mom happy that all her kids were there at the same time to see her. So that was the best one to me.
Hi, my name is Beatrice Michelle, and I'm from the Bronx, but I reside in the A. And my most memorable Christmas memory is when I spent it with my grandma. She is 90 right now, and we went to New York about 4 years ago, and I got to take all my kids, and we got to spend Christmas with grandma, and it's really their great grandma. So it was really special, because we don't know how much longer she will be around. So that was really special for me. And she raised me, so she's like my second mom. And so that was my favorite Christmas.
Hey, this is your girl Jayance from Ace Entertainment and OMT TV. And my most memorable Christmas has to be December 25th, 2019. That was the last Christmas I spent with my sister before she died during this pandemic. The reason why this one is so memorable, not just to be on the sad note of losing my sister, but my whole family came from Lima, Ohio, all the way down to Atlanta, Georgia. We rented this big Airbnb, we played games, we barbecued, we cooked food, we watched movies, and we had a great time. And I took the whole family, nieces, nephews, great nieces, and great nephews, all around Atlanta, Georgia, and showed them some of the most memorable sights that we have here in Atlanta. That is my most memorable Christmas, 2019.
Hi, I'm Sheri, and my most memorable Christmas dates back to when I was probably a teenager. And I remember it was just one of those mornings where it's like you were too old to get Christmas gifts, but you still were jittery, and you had just some good feels about what's to come the next day, be it mom cooking and helping chop some vegetables and having a few people over. And then once we, had the folks over and we ate, we played games, and then it was time for all the cousins who were also your teenagers, we would jump in somebody's car and we would just house hop. And it was fun, it was festive. Being that I'm from Miami, Florida, the one thing that stands out to me is after we did the house hopping, and it didn't matter whose house it was friends, family, it didn't matter. But after we did the house hopping, we would go to something called Santa's Enchanted Forest. And this was a Dade County thing. So if anybody's on here from Miami, Florida, pretty much that was the thing to do during the holidays. And that was our thing to do. So we were young people just hanging out, having fun, good, wholesome fun rather. And like I said, we would go. Santa's Enchanted Forest was, just pretty much think of lights, Christmas trees, think of cotton candy, elephant ears, the turkey, the turkey leg. And we would just jump on rides because you can kind of get a one token where you could ride an assortment of rides just for one price. And so we would get on the rides and we would get on the roller coasters and just fool around. And of course, this was an environment where, being that that's my hometown, you would see all of your friends from school that you hadn't seen since, pretty much the holiday break. If you broke 2 weeks ago or a week ago from school, this is where everyone gathered and clowned and joked, check out each other's what you got for Christmas. If you got any new kicks, a new outfit, that's when you wore it. And so we would just go out here and just have a really good time. And it was so memorable because it's just sometimes when you think about the past and where we are today, like teenagers just did different things. We just like to just be around each other. We wasn't so on the phone and like who's doing this and who's doing that. We were just so involved in our own world and just the festivities. And it didn't matter if you got, top rated electronic Christmas gifts. It was just all about just having each other. And I miss that. I really, truly do. And I know sometimes, our family, they move on with their lives and they have wives or husbands or kids that they have to create their own holiday traditions with. It's just always really good to reach back and, think of those things, and just those things just make you kind of feel, it's not that it makes you feel sad or somber. It's just, man, look at where we've come from. And so I really enjoy, again, it's probably is about a decade and a half ago, but I really enjoyed time with family, like authentic fun. And, again, it not being about materialistic things. It's just all about hugs and daps and, just the uncle acting crazy, the aunties talking about the uncles at the table. And it just was such a time where, again, when you reflect, you just want to recreate those memories with your own family. And so that's the one, I think that's the one season of my life that I really, truly enjoy and can appreciate about the holidays.
Yo, what's up? What's going on? This your boy Vont, man. TDO Vont the Hope, man. COVID 1278. And I wanted to talk to y'all about my most memorable Christmas experience. Let me tell you something. My dad used to have this camcorder. Used to be the real old school camcorders, right? And he used to walk around and catch like that footage, of stuff that you would see, later on down the line. This is back when VCRs was big. I know a lot of people might not know about that, 80s baby, but it's all good. So let me tell you what this tape, my dad caught this video of my room, and I had this is how I knew like I was, different, right? Like he caught this video, and I had all my toys. I don't know why, but all my toys was lined up on the wall. They were all lined up. And he was walking around my room and he was videotaping in my room, and you could hear him say, "What the fuck?" He was like, "What is going on in his room?" Like, I mean, they were lined up on the wall, and then from the door there was no toys, then back to the wall, then where the dresser was, they went up to the dresser, all lined up on the wall. Like, I don't know where my brain was at or anything like that. But that was Christmas Day that happened, because I remember that because we didn't have a Christmas tree on that Christmas. We had a Christmas box. If people don't know what that is, that means that family members, my grandma sent our family a huge like refrigerator style box full of presents. And we had presents around that box. So we never had a tree on that Christmas. We had a box with boxes around a box. And that was the Christmas tree, and no decorations or nothing. And that is always going to be a memorable experience for me as far as Christmases go, because that's what makes family ties, strong. Just remembering stuff like that. And so that's my experience. Bam.
Hey, it's the Mako Girls. And we are a girl group based out of Atlanta, Georgia, making dope music. And we're going to talk to you guys about our favorite Christmas moments.
What you got? So I had the story down packed. This is how it went. It's Christmas Day, right? Everybody's ready for, the new gadgets and stuff. And this is around the time where we didn't really have, I would say, cell phones.
I'm trying to see what story she's talking about.
We wanted cell phones. And I think Anon wanted like an iPad or a tablet.
Oh, okay. So we're thinking about the same story.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. So we came downstairs. Everybody was excited. We all had the little Christmas tradition of us sleeping in the same room, all going downstairs together.
Yeah.
And we went downstairs. We opened all of the gifts, and they're like, "Okay, we got one more extra gift. Here you go." And we're like, "Okay." And we opened the box, and the box is a phone box.
Yeah. So they did a phone box. They did a phone box, and there was like 2 phones and then an iPad.
Yeah.
And we thought, no, it was an iPad because this is the meat of the story. So yeah, they gave us 2 phones and an iPad, and we thought like, oh, we got phones, we got electronics, whatever. And then we opened it. It was definitely a prank gift. The iPad was actually some clothes, some night clothes. Really upset about that. First of all, we're kids, we don't want clothes. And then the second gift,
in mine, they had gave me like gloves, like little fingerless gloves. I was like,
this is a
phone, but I'll take it.
We have another sibling, a younger sibling. She probably was the one that got the iPad.
Yeah, she got the iPad.
I had the iPod, and so when I opened my box, I see this little stamp thing that they use like to stamp letters and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And they're like, you don't want to open the box? And I was like, no. But I'll check it out later.
Yeah. And Kina, you said you got the gloves.
I had fingerless gloves. Like, I loved gloves at the time. I wanted some fingerless gloves, but I also wanted a phone.
Yeah.
But the gloves were cute.
That's fine. I mean,
I had them for a good bit.
Yeah, I know that's something that happened one year. I know another year we did, like, our parents hid our Santa gifts like underneath our beds or in our room, so we had to go look for that last gift.
Last gift.
Mm-hmm.
And then one year we went before Christmas. It was like a couple days before Christmas. We were in New York with our grandma. Then we flown down here, and then we see some of the gifts are already open that was supposed to be ours. And they over here playing because like our cousins were at the house at the time.
Yeah.
And so they were playing the, Xbox 360 because that's when it first came out.
Yeah.
And then we come home, just got off the flight. It's Christmas Day. We wanted to open our gifts. And we're like, what? Y'all already got to this stuff? And our stuff was just pushed to the side.
Yeah,
and
our
they're
gifts
like, oh, here's y'all gifts. And I was like...
And we were there in New York to like look for the snow. We were there for the snow.
And it didn't even snow.
As soon as we left,
snow.
I was like, wow.
I think it's just Atlanta. We brought the heat to New York, and that's why it didn't snow. And it's okay. One year we'll go and it'll snow, but they be saying, you gotta come in like February or January. So we just probably came too early for the snow, but it's okay. We gonna get it one day.
Yeah, but those are some of our most, I would say, memorable Christmas moments.
Yes, especially the pranks.
Yeah,
that
really
was
crushed
unfair.
us.
We wanted phones.
Didn't get it.
It's your girl DJ Miss Eclectic. How's everybody doing? So, memorable Christmases. I don't know if I have one memorable Christmas, but Christmas is my most favorite time of the year. So it's the most wonderful time of the year. It literally is. My family all gets together. My family's close. Christmas is one morning where we all get together. Most likely at that point in time, we're all in the same household. We all slept over for Christmas Eve, and we do a big Christmas brunch. So it's fun. I'm talking about pork chops. We got biscuits. We got, if you from Texas, we got tamales. Y'all might even know what that is. We got buñuelos. Y'all know I'm from San Antonio, Southwest, that's Southwest Mexican food. But anyway, that's what we do. It is a beautiful time, y'all. We're all big kids, no lie, everybody in my family. So I love to give, but I also like to receive. So I'm just gonna throw that in there. I'm like a big kid on Christmas. We're getting up 8 o'clock in the morning. We're cooking, eating, but we're also opening gifts. So I mean, it's just, I absolutely love it. Like all my family gets together. I even wrote a song about it. It's called Crimson Holiday. My little Touche. Go get it on iTunes, Spotify, all your streaming platforms. But it's just I love it, and it's because of my grandma. She was strong in our family, and she was a matriarch, and we all get together and we just all have an amazing time. It's pretty much like any worries that you have, anything that's going on outside of life, it doesn't matter, because Christmas morning is where it's at. So I thank God for Christmas. I know why we celebrate Christmas, and we never want to forget the reason why we celebrate Christmas. It's in, we're honoring Jesus Christ. So that's definitely also always at the core of it. But family, see, I put it this way: Jesus, family, and gifts. In that order. Y'all be blessed.
Merry Christmas to everyone.